Welcome to November's at-home workout. Today I'm going to be taking you through a few different exercises. Danielle's going to be demonstrating, I'll be explaining. All you're going to need today is a set of dumbbells and a mat. So the first exercise we're going to do today is a lateral lunge. Danielle's going to demonstrate. What she's going to do is she's going to keep her hands at about chest height, and she's going to step to the right with that right leg bending as she steps out. As she steps out, her hips are going to come back, and her toes are going to always stay pointing forward while she does this exercise. We're going to go 10 on this side, and then we'll switch to the other side. Good. Notice how she keeps her upper body up nice and tall the whole time. Perfect. And then when we switch to the other side, we're going to turn so you can see it from the side angle. Good, so see how her hips are coming back nice and far to make sure that knee doesn't come past those toes as she steps out. Perfect. Got 3 more. Perfect. The next exercise we're going to do is a plank to push-up. So Danielle's going to start on her elbows, and her elbows are going to be lined up directly with her shoulders. She can either go from her knees or from her toes, but either way she wants her hips to be in a straight line with the rest of her body. And all she's going to do is she's going to push up onto the right arm, and then she's going to follow with the left. And then on the way down, she's coming down with the right, and then following with the left. We're going to go 5 on this side, and then we're going to switch to the other. Good, and as she's doing this, she's trying not to let her hips shake from side to side too much. She wants to keep everything nice and pulled in tight in that core. And we're good to go. So the next exercise is going to be skater hops. So you can use your weights as your markers for the distance that you're going to be traveling. And so we're going to stand close to one side or the other. And what we're going to do is, for beginners, you don't want to hop. You just want to kind of step and hold your balance on that leg. You're going to reach down and tap that weight, and you're going to keep going back and forth. Go nice and slow. Really focus on your balance. As you feel like this exercise is getting easier, you're going to add a little hop step to it, and you're going to increase your speed a little. This one you're going to do for 30 seconds. Again, this focuses on balance, but also gets that heart rate up just a little bit. Perfect. So the next exercise is wood choppers. You're going to make sure your feet are about hip width apart, and you're going to try and keep them nice and flat on the floor until you reach up and across, and then whichever side you're reaching to, the opposite leg is going to pivot. So you're coming up onto your toes, and your eyes are going to follow that weight the whole time. Good. Notice as Danielle comes back to the starting position, she's in a squat position. Knees are facing forward, toes are facing forward, and then she comes back up. We're going to do 10 each side. Good. Notice how she's keeping her upper body up nice and tall, even as she squats down and comes back to that starting position. And good. All right, so the next exercise we're going to do is called the reverse fly. So you're going to be standing up nice and tall. Your feet are about hip width apart, flat on the floor. Knees are nice and soft, so a slight bend in them. You're going to start with your palms facing toward you, out in front of you. Your elbows are even with your shoulders. As you pull back and extend out, you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together in the back. And you're going to make sure you stay up nice and tall. Keep that core pulled in nice and tight the whole time. And we're just going to go for 10. Good, so notice as Danielle comes out, her palms are rotating so they're facing straight ahead. Perfect. Next exercise is burpees. Now there's a few different variations. If you're a beginner, all you're going to do is put your feet about hip width apart. You're going to bend down until your hands touch the floor. You're going to step back one leg at a time, step back up one leg at a time, and stand all the way up in between. Good. So now we're gonna move into the intermediate version. You're gonna put your hands down, hop back, hop in, and just stand up. From there, we're gonna go into the advanced, where you go ahead and put your hands down, hop out, hop in, and jump up. Hands down, hop out, hop in, and jump up. And you're just gonna go for 5 of those. So the next exercise is going to be a fly. We're going to be on the floor for this one, so if you have a mat, go ahead and set it up. Otherwise, a towel on a soft surface will work just fine. So you're going to lie down on your back. Your feet are going to be flat on the floor, knees are bent. You're starting with your hands straight up in the air, but with a slight bend in those elbows just to never lock them out. You're going to come out to the side and then right back up to the center. We're going to go nice and slow, and we're going to go for 10 of these. Good. Make sure those feet stay flat on the floor. And we're going to breathe the whole time. So as we come up, we're going to exhale, and as we come down out to the sides, we're going to inhale. So the next exercise, we're still going to be on the mat. We're in the same position, but without the dumbbells. We're going to go into a bridge hold. So if you're a beginner, you want to start with both feet flat on the floor. You're going to drive up through your heels and the outside of your feet, but your toes are still in contact with the floor. Your hips are in line with the rest of your body, and you're just going to hold it here for as long as you can, and you're going to do as many reps as it takes to get up to a collective 60 seconds. As you progress, you kind of want to bring one leg up in the air, and you're going to do the same thing, but you're trying to keep your hips nice and even so one side's not dipping down toward the floor. You're just going to hold, again, as long as you can. If it's 10 seconds and then you need to switch sides, that's fine. Just get up to that collective 60 seconds. The end goal is to be able to do 30 seconds in a row on one side and then switch to the other. And that's it. The last exercise we're going to do is mountain climbers. If you're a beginner, you're just going to go ahead and bring one toe up and tap it. And you're going to keep alternating sides, go nice and slow. As you get more and more advanced and more comfortable with the exercise, pick up the pace a little bit and add a little bit of a hop step into it. Keeping that core pulled in tight the whole time. Thank you for joining us for November's workout of the month. Be sure to have either a timer on hand, or if you don't have one, go ahead and just count to 30 nice and slowly on those exercises that require you to count. Beginners want to go through this exercise routine 1 time. If you're intermediate, you want to go through 2 times, and advanced will go through 3 times. Enjoy.